filming my intro now because I realized I never filmed an intro for this video. Today I filmed a day in my life of studying for the MCAT and what that looks like. Just to introduce myself, my name is Sam and I am studying for the MCAT. I've been tracking my progress and kind of taking you guys along with me as I study for this exam and being totally transparent about the process and what it looks like. It's definitely a super daunting and intimidating process. Starting was really hard for me, and I know it's something that a lot of people struggle with. So I figured I could use this platform as kind of an outlet and a resource for people who are also taking the MCAT or maybe on a pre-med journey to kind of see what it looks like. Today I took you along with me for a pretty productive day in my life. Hopefully you enjoy it. I recently rescheduled my exam to Florida. I'm currently in Chicago living with my sister, and I just decided that I want to do the last bit of my prep with practice exams and practice questions in Florida, where I'm from. So I moved my exam to Florida, which also meant that it got pushed out a month. So I'm now taking the exam in April instead of March. I'm totally fine with it because I think the extra time can kind of help me with the move, and in general, it doesn't really hurt to have extra time. I really would like to not take the MCAT more than once. Pretty happy with the April test date. I feel a little less overwhelmed about that. And yeah, I'm really excited to have you on this journey. Hopefully you came across my page at a good time for you. I will see you in this state a little bit later. I'm gonna go hop in the shower and then do some more work actually. Heading home from the coffee shop. Got a lot done. I feel really good about that study session. I was getting hungry and I really didn't want to spend money on food, so I'm gonna go home and make a financially smart decision. I'm gonna do the chapter questions for the chapter that I just finished of Gen Chem, and I'm gonna have like a snack because I'm hungry, and then I think I'll work out and then do another chapter of content. All right, we've got some toast with almond butter, bananas, and honey and cinnamon. I'm going to eat my snack and then do the questions for that Gen Chem chapter I was working on. Let's see how I did on these practice questions. -3. I'm gonna go ahead and go over these and just see where I went wrong. Just wanted to show you kind of what I do. Anytime I finish a chapter, I have a couple of things that I do. First, I go ahead and check this right here, and I say that I finished that, and then I'll usually pause whatever timer I'm on because I didn't finish the full time. If you've been with me a little bit, you'll know that I used to actually keep these at 25 minutes for my focus session, and 5 minutes for my break, but I noticed that I could do a lot more, and I just felt like the 25 minutes wasn't enough time to really feel accomplished. So I now do 45-minute intervals with 5-minute breaks. So first thing I'll do is I'll just check off that I finished that chapter like I just showed you. I'll pause the timer for right now just because I'm explaining this, but normally I would just move on to the next thing. So if I was going to do my Anki cards next, I would just continue the timer and do my Anki cards. The next thing I do is I actually pull up Anki and I go to browse, and I go to these tags over here. I have a very specific deck downloaded. It's the Mile Downs Anki deck, and I actually have a certain version of it. I forgot what it's called, but I downloaded it so that it is completely organized in this way. I can actually go in further depth in another video, and I plan to show you how I downloaded everything and kind of how I navigate Anki in general, because I'm not super tech savvy, so Anki was really intimidating for me at first, but now it's just something I can't study without. So anyway, after I finish a chapter, what I do is I go here on these tags, and I've definitely shown this in a separate, like another video before, but I just wanted to show you again, just to show you every time that I do it. So I just did Gen Chem. I was doing the chemical kinetics section. I usually click on this and just look through the cards here to see, like, make sure this is actually what I was going over. And it does look like I was going over this stuff. So yeah, okay. So what I do here, none of these are in my current deck. In order to add them to my deck, because I add the cards as I go, as I finish chapters, and then it just compiles all of the things that I've learned, and every time I review, I'm going over everything in a cumulative fashion. So I do Command A. That highlights all the cards. There's actually not that many for this section. And then I do Command J. That unsuspends all the cards, so now they're going to be gray, which means that they're in my deck. After that, I exit this Browse tab, and then I have my deck. I've got a lot of cards to do. So I've got 215 cards to do. I actually am planning on getting through those today. That's kind of how I update my Anki. I am going to do my Anki today, so you'll see me do that. I just wanted to show you kind of how I incorporate it. The next thing that I do, which is actually something I've just recently incorporated, is I go to this spreadsheet that my boyfriend actually made for me, and I track my content. So today is the 30th of December. I haven't had this tracker the entire time that I've been doing content review, so I kind of filled in things I've already done as past dates, but for now it's going to be consistent in terms of every day I do work, I'm going to track it here. And you can see that I actually added Gen Chem here, chapter 5, that's what I was just working on, and over here are the actual topics they cover. So these are all of the AAMC topics from the topic guidelines of the MCAT. I'm somebody who definitely likes to track things in a manner like this. For the CARS area, I'm not reading the Kaplan CARS book, so what we did, or what he did for me, was he split it based on all the passages that I do, and I can select like Jack Weston, UWorld, or AAMC based on which platform I'm using on that given day. You actually will see me do this today because I plan on doing a couple UWorld passages, and then it shows me on my dashboard kind of what I'm looking like in terms of my averages. So if I put Jack Weston, it looks like my average is 65%. If I put UWorld, I don't have a whole lot of data, but I did 2 UWorld passages and that's 90%. So that way I can see once I start doing AAMC passages, which are closest to the real thing, I can kind of gauge where my progress is and how it's looking and what I really need to focus on. So yeah, this is just a little glimpse into my MCAT tracker that my boyfriend actually made me. It's something that we're both considering putting out there as a resource for other people. We just have to determine kind of how we want to do that, and you know, if there's an interest or a market for it. So definitely let me know in the comments if this is something that would help you. Oh, I didn't even show you guys this section, but this starts in January, so that's in 2 days, but it's basically a habit tracker. All of these are my MCAT habits, I guess. So doing my Anki cards, reviewing my amino acids, doing CARS passages, content review, and then practice tests. These are like basically checking off the box, and then you'll see a full grid of kind of what the habits look like. And on the dashboard, it tells you the last 7 days of your tracking. Like I said, that habit tracker starts in January, so there's nothing on the dashboard now because we just collaborated on this and he just made this for me. If this is something that you are interested in, definitely let me know and I will work with him to see how we can kind of get it to you guys. So it's currently 3:30 right now. It's kind of that time of the day where I just sort of need more energy. So in order to break up my day, I'm going to go ahead and work out now, and then after I work out, I'll do another chapter, my Anki cards, and some UWorld. Those are kind of like my goals for the second half of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you along with me on my workout. Hopefully we have a good one. All right, we've got the gym fit on. This is literally what I wear underneath my clothes. So because it's so cold, pretty much consistently every day I'm wearing like leggings underneath my pants and a little tank top like this underneath my shirts and sweaters. So I was already wearing this. I just had to take off my layers. And then I threw this on because it's so cold in the basement. If you're curious about where my items are from, that's what the influencers do, right? My top is like the Lululemon dupe from Amazon. My sisters got it for me like last Christmas. My pants are actual real Lululemons, which recommend 1000%. These are the Lululemon Aligns, and they are so flattering and so just such good quality. Like there's a reason that people love them. I want to build up my collection because these are the only ones I have. So, and then I have my Columbia sweater. I used to wear this to work like every day back when I was a medical assistant. If you're interested in being a medical assistant or what that's like, I've done that. I did that for like a year. And it's something I probably will do once I'm done with the MCAT again. So anyway, let's go have a good workout.
Take you everywhere I go, everywhere I go. Truthfully, you'll be all mine, all mine, all mine. Talk to me, wanna know why you believe that you're not my type. Truthfully, you'll be all mine, all mine, all mine.
Let's get all of the rice out.
I wanna
Let's
put
put some
you
pressure on.
in my pocket.
And now do it up the side.
Take you everywhere I go,
No, you're doing it.
everywhere I go. I wanna put you
Oh no, this isn't ready for a sponge yet. I'll let you know when it's ready. So it's still icky in there. We don't want to put the sponge in there because then the sponge absorbs all the icky. Ready? You go on that side, I go on this side. Okay, thank you so much for your help. Make sure you put your helper back where you got it. I've got my ginger lemon tea here. It's 8, so I'm gonna see if I can get my bio chapter done that I set out to do and my Anki cards and 2 Cars passages. All right, time for the endocrine system. I'm kind of pumped for this one. I actually worked in endocrinology, so I'm excited to see some of these scientific underpinnings of the field that I was working in.
I want you to know how I feel. Though I may say it, I just think that I might have to spell it out for you.
All right, my break just ended, so I've got another 45-minute timer queued up. Do I think I'll be able to finish the rest of this chapter in 45 minutes? Unlikely. I'm gonna do whatever I can get done in that 45 minutes with regards to the bio chapter. I did want to finish it, but I also want to get sleep tonight, so I kind of have to prioritize. So I'm gonna see what I can do in 45 minutes. and then I'll wrap up the bio after that. Then I'll do my cards, passages, and my Anki cards, and I will shower and go to bed. But let's go ahead and see what we can do in the next focus session.
But God, it's easier to say what I feel when I write a song. That is, if you don't mind. I have been thinking of you all this.
So it is 10:10. I finished 7 focus timers so far today. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the chapter here. It's just a couple more pages that I'll finish up tomorrow, and then the questions. But I figured, like, I'm not gonna have the energy to do the questions to my fullest extent anyway, so I'd rather just finish it out tomorrow, do the end of chapter questions tomorrow, and knock out another subject as well. So I'm done with that for now. It is like 10:15 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the shower, and then when I come back, I'm gonna do 2 cards passages because I kind of stopped doing my daily cards passages. I really wanted to just grind out all my content, and I don't want to neglect cars, so I'm trying to reincorporate it back in. So I'm going to do 2 UWorld cars passages when I get out of the shower, and then I'm going to do my Anki cards, kind of see where we're at. And I also really would like to read my book. Yeah, I got this for Christmas, and I really have been wanting to just incorporate reading into my nighttime routine, even though I literally spent all day reading like textbooks basically, just because, I don't know, I enjoy it. It's a nice way to wind down. I really want to get out of the habit of being on my phone. I actually deleted all of my social media apps yesterday just because I found myself going on there and just mindlessly scrolling and feeling frustrated after I did that. So I just wanted to cut off the trigger. I just want to be more intentional when it comes to social media. So in exchange for what would have been usually scrolling on Instagram at the end of the night, I'm trying to incorporate reading again, and I read a chapter of this last night. So hopefully I have the energy to read another chapter tonight, because I would love doing that. But yeah, enough rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the shower, and I will catch you when I'm out.